Let's get started with Where's Waldo? I was reading The Concise History of Baptists. Wonderful book, gives wonderful elements of all the history of Baptist churches. And this is one of the things that popped out because I read the name Peter Waldo. And the first thing that pops in my head is, like, where's Waldo? Continue further into through his ministry, he's doing very good. He's succeeding. He's got very original, what they call simplistic Christianity, with mostly Paulician doctrines, and that he follows very much by. There's you have the deacons, you have the baptisms, you have the baptisms in the way that were originally set by a believer's baptism, the believer's confession, and then the baptism. They, did not persecute. They helped the sick, they helped the needy. War was an absolutely no-go. Well, this dude is preaching and bringing forth a gospel, a ministry in a time where it's not allowed in that area. That was back when there was a lot of religious war going on and everything. And so it came up to the Pope, the Catholic Pope at the time, and it's like, no, we got to take care of this. They're already issuing edicts against Baptists because they're non-denominational to their Catholic churches and they don't perform the same. They don't run the same. And I really think that plays into the fear of change that occurred at that time. Back it up. Sorry, let me get off hand for a second. But Waldo, 20 years. The Pope is sitting there searching for and trying at absolute best at every way to find Waldo, to persecute Waldo, to stop Waldo's ministries. Where's Waldo? The game where you sit there and you look on the picture and you try to find this kid in this stripe, I think it's gold and burgundy. I'll explain why in a minute. That's what I think I remember. I haven't played Where's Waldo in a while too, because the crest for Waldo, for the Waldenses as they were called, because they basically labeled any Baptist denomination under who their main pastor was. Just kind of group them all together, even though they were all Baptists. They even had same doctrines, beliefs. They had beyond similar practices on things. They labeled them under their lead pastor. The Waldenses' crest was burgundy and gold. So we're looking for a dude in a picture that is burgundy and gold and stripes. We are looking for this guy named Waldo. Now, if we go back, I don't know, around about 1,000 years or something like that, Where's Waldo was played. It originated from a man that was being chased, that was going to be persecuted, that was being sought after to be killed in religious wars. And him being sought after that way and seeing murderous persecution, here's another thing that hit it gutted my soul, because it reminds me that even the best of us are only human, man. Because Waldo saw so much bad, he saw so much wrong. He saw where they literally burned people alive. Hundreds of people. These persecutions were rough then. And he went from no violence, no attacking others, no hurting others any kind of way. They even had in their separate Waldenses doctrine, no weapons, period. This man went against his own doctrine and very much turned into a blood-hungry commander general. That he sought blood. War turns people evil. And to think of now that, a lot of his original practices and teaching, the original Waldo before he was turned blood hungry, that continued though. They did teach those original doctrines, and they did continue in that form of ministry. And that is absolutely amazing, because the good ultimately is what was remembered of it. But part of me, call me vain, or that I got an ego, part of me is like, I don't feel bad now that I'm still working on things, because even the greatest ministers of the time mess up. It's if we can get back out of it, because we got God. All we got to do is realize that and come to with it. But it's so crazy that all that fits in to the origination, to the actual story, and where it came from with Where's Waldo.